Hey YouTube, how you all going? Woke up to some news this morning concerning World's Toughest Mudder for 2013 and thought I should do a video. As you know, I went to World's Toughest Mudder 2012. I thought it was a great event and certainly felt that the people there were committed to their training, committed to their preparation, and you just had to see on like Facebook and other websites in the lead up, the discussion on what wetsuit to wear, what shoes to wear, hydration, nutrition, what worked, what didn't work, how they're training. Really, all that showed the camaraderie, and B, how serious people were taking this event. You know, I'm sure most of you who've watched this channel before or who are familiar with Tough Mudder know it's a 24-hour event. You aim to do as many laps as possible during that time. This morning, Tough Mudder released an email and put some information on their website, and I really think they've dropped the ball on this one, and they're just chasing the money. World's Toughest Mudder this year will be open to anyone who just wants to register. No qualifying times. I don't even think you have to have done a Tough Mudder in the past. You just pay your money and you sign up. Now, people are, there's two sides of the fence. I guess some people are saying, obviously that takes a little bit of the prestige away from it. And then there's the other camp saying, oh, well, it doesn't matter because, you'll be able to beat all these lackeys anyway who haven't done the proper training and whatnot. I'm in the first camp. I think this is a serious mistake from Tough Mudder. How can you call it the world's toughest mudder when it's open to anyone and everyone who just wants to throw down a couple of $100? Personally, coming from Australia, or for other people coming from any country outside of America, where the costs are substantial, I've spent thousands of dollars on equipment, airfares, accommodation, getting there. We're really, not disrespecting the people who live nearby, but we're really the ones who made it the global event. There's people from England, South Africa, I met guys over there from, and with Tough Mudder expanding to other countries like Germany and, all around the world, it was us who were spending thousands of dollars to travel there who made it that international event. Now you open it up to anyone and everyone. The event is in New Jersey, a couple of hour drive outside of New York. You got major population centers all along the coast there. You will get people who just want to give it a crack, sign up because it's $350, $400. You get a shitty secondhand wetsuit off a mate. You wear your old runners. You buy a headlamp from a thrift shop, and you go, I'm going to give it a crack. You're not. There's going to be people like that. I don't care if you say, oh, you'd have to be crazy to do it with such limited training, but there will be. And for two reasons, that impacts the event. First of all, as I said, it takes away the prestige. It means that all the people there aren't serious about obstacle racing. The people I met over there last year, guys like Matt Davis, he didn't run, but he does the Obstacle Racing magazine in America. He does the Obstacle Racing podcast. Heaps of the Aussie guys who've now come back. They've registered in the Obstacle Course Racing League here in Australia. They're on like Spartan team. They help out with the Mud Squad. They volunteer at events. So there's a real sense of camaraderie amongst those guys. They're passionate about obstacle racing. You take away that kind of selection criteria and you get anyone and everyone, people who don't care about the sport. Obviously as well, if you open it up to anyone and everyone, then there's going to be people who miss out. If in fact there is, they're saying the event will sell out. I don't know how many spots they're going to have, but maybe it might be 2,000, might be 5,000, whatever it is, but maybe there's people like myself or, other Aussies, especially people who are travelling from a fair while. They might not have the money or they might not be able to commit 100% right now. But they knew in the past if they got a qualification email after doing an event, they'd have 6 weeks to consider, I think it was, and you were reserved essentially during that time. You'd definitely be able to go. So that's my main concern. People are going to miss out and you lose the prestige. The other concern is now the amount of people on the course. I've got no idea, obviously, how many people Tough Mudder are going to allow to enter this event. Last year, there's 1,200 odd people. Maybe it's 2,500. Maybe it's 5,000. Maybe they don't even care, and it's going to be like as many people as possible. Now, that impacts competition. I don't care what way you dice it or cut it, but not everyone can be at the front, the very start line. And obviously, there's guys out there who are doing insane amount of training. And, if you're halfway down the field, just because you can't get to the front when the start gun goes, even though it's a 24-hour event, that first lap's going to be bloody slow because it's just like any other Tough Mudder event. You get to Berlin walls or you get to, walk the plank, I don't know, whatever obstacle it is, there's going to be a bit of a backlog. So, if you're a super good athlete and you've been training for this and you halfway down the field or further, that first lap might take you 20 minutes, half hour longer than other people. I don't know. And then on top of that as well, you've got more people on the course all the time. So, there could be more bottlenecks and stuff. So it's going to make being right at the front even more important for the people who are going for the kind of the win or a placing or that kind of thing. Tent City, I don't know how that's going to work. It's going to be a shit fight. The microwaves had like one last year. I don't know. I didn't use them, but it was crap. The showers, had a block of about 6. You increase the amount of people, it's going to be insane. And especially if these people are underprepared and ill-equipped. Because they don't put as much effort into it. Because it's just like, a couple $100 for them and a 2-hour drive up the highway. Just a bad decision all round. I don't think it's bad having more people. Like if they said, all right, we want to have 2,000 people, I think that's still okay. So number. If they've had 2,000 people who have qualified, that's not as bad because those people are there to race. They know what they're doing, and you're not just going to have people who are just kind of waltzing around the place, just giving it a crack because they had a spare weekend and wanted to waste some money. That's the bad side of things. It's just really disappointing, to be honest. I don't really know what else to say. I don't know. I don't know how you can call it world's toughest mudder. Maybe it's like, I don't know. I don't know what you can call it now. It's just Tough Mudder for those people who... It's world's toughest mudder for the people who train seriously and who spend the time and the money travelling these long distances. Anyone else who shows up without proper training, without doing this in the past, without taking it seriously, you need to take a good hard look at yourself and reconsider your entry because you're potentially taking the place of someone else who deserves to be there. And if you're just there to do 1 or 2 laps and then call it quits, don't bother. You're wasting your time. So that's my little rant on World's Toughest Mudder. Extremely disappointing, as I said. They do have, however, come out with a few good ideas for this year. So I'll just rattle those off. They're going to have mileage awards. So they haven't said specifically. They've got a few examples like 40 miles, 60 miles, 100 miles. If you reach those milestones, you get an extra reward or a bandana, whatever the case may be. Great initiative. Good work. Black Ops. A nighttime award. So the person who does the most nighttime laps, you get a black World's Toughest Mudder bib. Thumbs up. Good idea. Fastest lap. Person who manages to do the fastest lap. Thumbs up. Good idea. Also, specialist awards, including World's Oldest Mudder. That's a good one. Most money raised for the Wounded Warrior Project. Good one there too. And the furthest someone's travelled for World's Toughest Mudder, which, I don't know, I'd have to get the Google Maps up, but I assume someone in Australia, if you come from Tasmania maybe, you might be in with a good shot of winning that one. Alternatively, I don't know, maybe if you were stationed down in Antarctica or something. But yeah, that's pretty cool, I think. And then they're also going to... And yeah, they've also increased the prize pool. Overall, there's $60,000 on hand. They've cut the money, I think, for first place, though. It's only 10 grand for men, 10 grand for the first place male, 10 grand for the first place female, and 12 grand for the first place team. So yeah, that was 15 grand a piece, I think, for men and women, and then 20 for the team, if I'm not mistaken. Don't have the figures here, so that's actually disappointing. Cutting prize money, even though they're getting more people to the event and will have more money, so stupid decision there. But I think it's great that they've now got cash prizes for second and third place. I'd stop it there, but they go to fourth and fifth. I reckon, yeah, it would have been better to stick with it for just first, second, and third, and give those guys a bit more money. Yeah, I think going to fourth and fifth. I mean, it's great if you come fourth or fifth, but yeah, I think they should maybe just kept it to the top three there. And the team prize money only goes to the top three anyway, so I don't know why. Yeah, I just make it top three all round. So the rundown on the prize money: first place male and female, 10 grand. Second place, 4 grand. Third place, 3 grand. Fourth, 2,000, and fifth, 1,000 for the teams. First place team, 12 grand. Second place team, 6 grand. Third place team, 2 grand. And there's 4 people in each team, so you're getting $500 a piece if you come third, which isn't too bad, but hey, it's just covering your entry fee and probably your fuel if you're driving there. For anyone from Australia, well, you're still going to be well out of pocket. Other than that, they're saying they're ramping up the obstacles, going to try and make it more family-friendly or spectator-friendly so people don't freeze to death while they're waiting for you. And that's it, guys. So, what do you think of World's Toughest Mudder, new race rules? I think they've dropped the ball. I think it's a shit decision, opening it up to anyone and everyone. But hey, that's just me. Let us know what you think. Comment below. And yeah, thanks again.